When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Quick quiz. What injury law firm has been helping people in the District, Maryland, and Virginia for over 35 years? That's right. It's Greenberg and Betterman. Auto accident? Medical malpractice? Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.
I can look at you and I can know, and I know people be like, oh, you can't tell. I can tell if he's going to know how to make me have an orgasm, which is completely different than quote unquote coming to me, because an orgasm is such a more intimate connection between you. That's how I look at it. I feel as if, anybody can make you come, that's just a little. But the orgasm is like sometimes an outer body experience. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm the type, we get done and you did your thing, I'm giving you a high five. I'm like, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. Check this out. On this podcast, we're going to talk about sex. More specifically, we're going to talk about the things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. Now, if you heard the previous podcast with me and D Love Hall, we got a chance to talk about sex from the male's perspective. On this podcast, we've got the ladies coming through. I got my homegirls, CryssRenee and Chantay. So it's crazy. I will be the first to advise you. If you haven't had sex or if you're easily offended, you might want to turn this podcast off. If not, sit back, relax. We'll drop the theme music and we'll get the podcast jumping. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. As I mentioned at the top, man, we're talking about the things women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. And I got some special co-hosts in the building with me tonight. First up, my first co-host, man, me and this lady, we go way back. We go back like fat crayons and car seats, man. I'm telling you, we go way back. She hails from St. Louis, Missouri. She's a bit on the wild side. She is a fellow Sagittarius. Let's be clear. Yes. She was born December 10th, which is the day after my birthday, December 9th. So she's dope. What else can I say about her? She's a mother. She's a world-acclaimed author. Just all around great person. I like to call her like my funny cousin, because she says the stuff that I would never say, but I really be thinking sometimes. She was once the backup dancer for Jaquan, former peanut girl at the Busch Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into the 12 Kyle podcast. For the first time, my homegirl, CryssRenee. Chris, what's up?
Hey, wait, hold on. I feel like I need some applause or something. Where are my claps at? I was
okay. Golf clap.
Yes, that's what I need. I need that kind of energy.
What's happening?
Okay. Hello, everyone out in the 12 Kyle land. I am your girl, CryssRenee, as he said, and I'm just chilling tonight. I'm going to be on my best behavior. I don't know what all that wild side stuff is. That's not me.
Let me let you, the listener, in on something. I have no idea what these women are going to say. And more importantly, I have no control over what they're going to say. So I'm going to just leave it right there. My second co-host, She is no stranger. Again, we go way back. We go back like Stephen A. Smith's hairline. I mean, like I've known this lady at least, it's been almost damn near 10 years. She's been on the podcast before. She hails from Houston, former Batgirl for the Houston Astros. She once tried out for the group Girl Time and did not make the cut. Beyonce's third cousin on her daddy's side. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, author, mother, entrepreneur, my homegirl Chantay. Chantay, what's up?
Hello. Batgirl though? Like seriously?
Yeah, Batgirl for the Astros. Used to get it in back in the day.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you know, you had to do something to support, you know, the habit of collecting those LaToya Luckett dolls.
Oh, LaToya Luckett, like serious, homie?
Oh man. Right. Nonetheless, good to have both of you on. As I mentioned, we're talking about the things that women won't tell you about sex but need to know. So fellas, if you're listening, break out your number 2 pencils. Ladies, I'm pretty sure most of the ladies who are listening will be nodding their heads to this. So let's get started. Okay. And just to give you some background, this podcast kind of came just because of some stuff that I was looking for. I was looking for something else online, and I found these questions, and I was like, you know, this would be great to turn into a podcast. And I couldn't think of 2 more deserving young ladies to join me on the podcast. So the first one, and Q, I'll start with you first.
Okay.
The things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. 1, a woman can tell when a man is doing something because he saw it in a porno. What do you think about that?
Read the question one more time.
Women can tell when a man is doing something because he saw it in a porno.
Pornos? I mean, I guess they serve their purpose. I'm not really into it. That's not my thing. We didn't
ask if you were into it. We just said, is that true? I mean, like, is that something that, you know, that's something that a woman won't tell you, but we need to know?
I think we'll tell you, or, you know, raise a brow, like, what the fuck you learned that? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you can cuss. Come on now.
Oh, okay. Like, unnatural shit. Like, how the fuck you come up with that? Like, what were you smoking to come up with that? Yeah, we can tell.
Okay, so that's
we can tell.
Okay. Chris, what about you?
Too, like,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like when men are like into porn, it's just different. The vibe is different when you're intimate. Sometimes it takes longer to get an erection, or like it takes just unnatural shit to get it popping. Guys I've dealt with anyway that are like heavily into porn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Chris, what about you? What do you think about that? Is that something that women will tell you, but you really need to know?
I guess it depends on if you pull the move off or not. If you pull the move off, I ain't saying shit, but like that's all I'm saying. But if you like flunk it, I'll be like, yeah, that wasn't it. You just don't do that. That's something I would say. I'll be like, don't do that, like, because you feel so bad. You know, you just feel bad. I would prefer, and I know it's nothing. Go ahead, because I don't want to say. I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
Y'all gonna have to get to know me 12 cows. Y'all gonna have to get to know me 12 Cow Radio Land. I would definitely prefer for him to have. I'm a little bit of a hoe. Slept with a lot of women versus just getting moves from the porno.
Exactly.
I just would. You know, I would.
Like,
and
don't
that's
be
something.
experimenting on me.
Listen, that's something I'm gonna say that we ain't even got to yet, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Women like the men who got just a little bit of past hoe in them.
Okay,
I need you to be experienced. I need you to. I'm bringing a lot to the table because I'm cold.
Okay.
I need that same stuff.
You need the same energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Energy.
Okay. Now, I full disclosure.
Am I right?
I agree.
For full disclosure, and I disclosed this on the podcast that I did with D. Love Hall. Personally, I've only, slept with one woman one time. So that would exclude me. But, I feel where you come. I feel where you're coming from. Yeah. What'd you say?
That's all love and basketball special. I love it. I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all. And I really, y'all, I love y'all.
I'm glad.
It ain't for me, but I love it. That's all.
Moving on. Chris, I'll start with you. Question 2 I have written down here. And you kind of touched on it a little bit. Here's something that they said that, women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. Endurance is overrated. What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess for me, I want you to have some endurance, but there are some times when lazy sex is just bomb. It's just like it's 5:00 in the morning and we just so happen to roll over, and it's really like, okay, let me just slide in real quick. We ain't trying to do nothing spectacular, but we making it real lazy. Like we both ain't putting no energy. But if I'm on 10, I'm gonna need you to be 10 too. So I'm gonna say it's overrated because let me say this. I go hard, and the women that are around me, we all go hard. So I really can't relate to those who don't understand that.
So what if he goes hard, but it's like he, it's, like you said, it's 5:00, but you really gotta be out the house at like 6, and you're looking around, and you done came a couple of times, and buddy's still churning away, and you're looking at the clock like, at some point I got to get up and get ready for work.
So you have to take powers. You have to take it into your own hand. You really do, because you can really. I believe this greatly. Women can control how your sex life goes with this person that you're with. Really? And I feel as if, I absolutely do believe that women have all the power when it comes to sex. So I feel like, okay, you giving me these lazy thrusts, you ain't getting it popping.
Lazy
sit down. Yeah, lazy. I'm like, sit down. Let me show you what's gonna happen here. Chantay, is that not true though? Like seriously,
it is true.
We have to show y'all sometimes, and it's it's a tough job.
So if you take over, then that basically, at some point he's gonna bust. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But I think it takes a sexually liberated woman to do that, because a lot of women aren't, and so men are like, a lot of men, not all men, are accustomed to taking the lead and just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and the woman is just laying there and she just takes it. But women that know who they are, know what they want, like, match my energy, as you said earlier. So.
Okay. Now, the flip side, and that's a very good point too. And me and D kind of touched on that too on that podcast. Nobody wants the lazy, just laying there type, dead log, if you will. Shout out to Kim Kardashian. But yes.
Yes.
I mean, we saw
Black China.
We saw the
Black China too. Go ahead.
Can we have a moment of silence for Black China? I mean, like.
And my neck is just a rolling in my head, and my mouth is going, because I'm like, girl, what are you doing? She out there like, I'm like, what is going on with that? What is those little kisses?
You are stupid. That is funny.
But when you enjoy giving head, it's kind of how you get. Like, don't do it if this ain't what you like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe she was having a bad day or something. Maybe it was Tuesday and she just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. But,
no, I literally said on somebody's Facebook post, every time I step to the mic, I show out. I don't have bad days. If I'm having a bad day, you're not getting it if I'm having a bad day. And that's just the bottom line to it. I'm never going to get in there and going to half-ass the situation, because that's going to wind up playing me in the end. And I'm not there to play me.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Talk your shit.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
Now, conversely, you want the endurance, in a guy, you don't want him to go too long, but, what about, the 60-30? 60 pumps, 30 seconds.
The jackrabbit? Oh my God. That's what we call it.
That's terrible.
60, hey, shout out to the 60-30. It's a lot of dudes that have perfected the 60-30.
I hate the 60-30.
What is it, high school?
I've only experienced the 60-30 once in my life. And I literally said out loud, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
Because it was because it was such a sensual experience. The foreplay was, I'm thinking like, oh, this is going to be amazing. I'm like, this is it. I'm thinking in my head, I've met the one. Every woman has that one that's like, it's the, oh, this is it. And I was like, I'm here. I'm like, oh my God, his foreplay is amazing. He got in and it literally was like a jackrabbit. And I couldn't believe it. I felt duped. I felt like he played me. He tricked me.
Oh my God.
She was hoodwinked.
Bamboozled. Run amok.
That's hoodwinked.
Oh shit. Yeah. That is funny. But yeah, fellas, if you're listening, as much as I can, y'all know I get on the podcast. I'm definitely going to defend the fellas all the way. But, if you're older than 17, you really shouldn't be practicing the 60-30. I mean, you really shouldn't. You should, slow down or something.
I didn't even know that was like a name for that.
Yeah, yes. Well, you're not a
Like,
guy.
wow.
You wouldn't know. So, I mean, if you're not experiencing it, that's even better. So, yeah.
Well, let me say this too, though, for the men, because I like y'all. Y'all nice. Y'all really cool. If you are a 60-30 brother, do not follow it up with the lame excuse, you was just so good, I couldn't help myself.
Yes!
I've never said that before in my life.
You was just so good, I couldn't help myself. Oh my God. Ooh. I be like, shut up.
That, you know what? But that can happen. I've been told, sometimes if it's the Bombazi, it's just, you just can't help it. I mean, that's what I've been told. Again, unfortunately, never happened to me. But I mean, but I will say this much in the guy's defense, fellas, if that happens, then just be ready for round 2 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't just chill for like 2 hours then try to get round 2 going. Like you got to get back in the ring like in 5 minutes, be back in there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I digress. All right, my next question, Q. I'll start with you. I guess one of the things that I also found in this particular article was that, they mentioned about vibrators. Because obviously more often than not, most women know how to bring themselves to an orgasm in their own way. And, I don't want to say they can do it better than a guy, but technically they can do it better than a guy. So one of the things that it had written down here, one thing that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know, is that women actually do know what will get them to an orgasm, and they're not afraid to tell you, and you shouldn't be offended if they do. What's your take on that?
I think it's true. I mean, if you're having sex with somebody, your ultimate goal, of course, so I would think, is to get the person that you're with off.
Damn right.
So if she's telling you and giving you the fucking blueprint to it, follow it. I mean, it's right here laid out for you. Just do what I say, and everybody's happy. It's a win-win for me and you. Mm-hmm. So yeah, most of the time we do know, what we want, what it takes to get us there, how our bodies work, because, we've had these bodies since birth. Right. We've experienced them more than anybody else. So, yeah. Okay.
Chris, what about you?
I mean, I think First of all, I wouldn't want to be intimate with someone who I can't tell him how I want to be, made to be felt or feel. I'm a little tipsy. Y'all don't have to deal with me.
Trust me, you're not the first person to come on the 12 Kyle podcast tipsy.
Wow. I will listen though, because I'm both. I will say so. I did go through a phase in my life where I was afraid to say something because for whatever reason I had in my mind that my mission was there to just please him. If I got mine, I got it. If I didn't, that would be okay because I just felt like I just want to please you. So now at this age that I'm at, because I'm finding that getting older and knowing myself better, I'm so confident in saying, you don't know how to bring me to orgasm. So we either gonna work on that or we're gonna leave each other alone. Don't bite it. Don't, I don't like that. She may have, but I don't. You know, I'm one of those vocal people like that that's gonna say, well, move like this, don't move like that, or do this. And it takes a very secure man to be like, you know what, you're right, baby. If he's insecure, he's gonna feel some kind of way. Then all of a sudden in his head, you a hoe or just all this other stupid stuff. And it's like, right. No, I'm just know what I like. Like Chantay said, a woman knows, you know, we kind of know early on how to get ourselves off. Well, I did anyway, how to get myself off. So when I was in a situation where I was just trying to please him, I would go into the bathroom and I can get myself off in 2 minutes. It's like literally you just become
and
so much.
Go down like that? Oh, he didn't know.
And just, you know, he didn't know because I would fake it and act like, you know, because I was like, I want to please him and I want to be here for him. And then I would go in the bathroom and finish myself off. But it's like when a woman becomes more in tune with herself, you can get yourself off without even touching you. You know, I don't have to touch myself and I can go there. So a man has to be comfortable with that also. He has to understand, oh, she know exactly how to get to that level. So you just got to rock with it, baby. That's all I got. That's all I have for y'all men. I don't know.
I totally agree.
Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the 12 Kyle podcast. I got my girl CryssRenee and my own girl Chantay. Again, I go back with these ladies, so forgive me for all of this laughing. I know them very well, so I mean, this is so funny to me. Okay, so that actually leads me into the next question. As far as getting there, so you know, some women have trouble, you know, having an orgasm. Obviously, you know, sex is fun. At least it should be fun for both parties involved. But, you know, obviously, if you're not having an orgasm, then you're not going to feel, you know, fun or feel the enjoyment of sex. One of the things that we have here is that it says that, you know, one of the things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know is that getting there sometimes can be worth more than the trouble is worth as far as, you know, if a guy can't get you there. So that kind of goes back to your point. So if he can't get you there, Chantay, what measures do you take, you know, as far as trying to help him understand that?
You mean if he can't turn me on?
No, not as far as turning you on, but I'm talking about like if you know, sex is cool and it's the bomb, but it's just not getting you to an orgasm, but he's not having a problem.
Oh, to an orgasm. You know, I honestly haven't had that problem since I was 25. And when I was married, for me, sex was a chore. And I was taught, you know, growing up in church, your body is your husband's, you know, it's, you know, all this, you know,
church
religious
girls,
bullshit. Boy. So, yeah. And I was really a good girl. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. This shit feels okay sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But, like, towards the very end of our marriage, I'm not going to put myself out there, but towards the end of our marriage, some other stuff started happening. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the rings and, you know, make it do what it do. And so I got my first orgasm at 25, like 3 months before my divorce. And so, like, after that, I don't really depend on him, so say, to get me off. And now that I'm older, I know like instantly, like if we vibe, if the sex is going to be bomb, or if it's like something that we probably shouldn't even engage in.
Okay.
I think it's like the energy that you put out, you know, you can pretty much tell if it's going to be what it's supposed to be.
That's interesting. So I'm assuming that, and I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask anyway. I'm assuming that helps you avoid dealing with some men.
It does.
Okay.
For me personally, it does. I'm very selfish with my time, my body, my energy. And if I can tell off the rip, this ain't what I want, I'm not going to even entertain it. I don't entertain anything I don't want. So.
Okay. CryssRenee, what about that? What about the energy and the vibe? Are you able to, avoid certain men, if you will, before even getting to that point of, intimacy?
I think I am, because I get irked by people. I get bored easily. Let me say that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Facts.
I get bored easily. I can be totally into you on Monday. By Wednesday, I'm like, why are you calling me? Like, what are you calling me for? I can tell.
Sagittarius, that's why.
I know, and it's sad
that's a creative person, period.
Because like I can feel the energy, like I can feel the energy when I meet someone. I'm very in tune with things like that. I don't even know why, but I can feel, and I know as soon as I see a man if I'm going to sleep with him or not. I know immediately.
Right.
Fellas, write it down, fellas. Write it down.
It's so crazy because, like Chantay, I was raised in church too, but I was always on the wild side. I've never ever been seen as a quote unquote good girl. I don't even know why, but I just was like literally a wild child. I lost my virginity at a young age. I've always dated older guys. I've never really dated guys my age. So it's like I kind of just moved differently. And people knew that, like, guys could pick up on that vibe. People that, that were my age, they could pick up on that vibe as if, like, she's out of our league, because I was so used to dating older men. So I think that was a good thing for me as far as knowing now as an adult, as a grown woman, who I'm going to sleep with and who I'm not, because I'm just like, you kind of on the lame side, so it's definitely not going to happen. But I'm going to flirt with you because it's fun, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, he really think this going to happen? Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just,
wow.
It's not, because I can look at you and I can know, and I know people be like, oh, you can't tell. I can tell if he's going to know how to make me have an orgasm, which is completely different than quote unquote coming to me, because an orgasm is such a more intimate connection between you. That's how I look at it. I feel as if, anybody can make you come, that's just a loose. But the orgasm is like sometimes an outer body experience. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm the type, we get done and you did your thing, I'm giving you a high five. I'm like, okay. Cool.
There definitely is a difference.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my chest hurt.
Good job. Way to get in there.
Oh,
Top.
And the reason why I'm laughing is because, I mean, like, she is dead ass serious. Like, y'all, she's new to y'all, but I've known her for so long. She's dead. Like, I'm just trying to picture her give somebody a high five.
Yo, Chris has been on the show before.
Huh?
Chris has been on the show.
You know what? She was on the 12 radio show. For those of you listening, I had an internet show for 5 years called the 12 Radio Show. And it was pretty dope. I mean, it was dope because I was on it, but that's another story.
Wow.
Nonetheless, but this is her first time on the 12 Kyle podcast. Of course, we do a little different on this side, so it's gonna sound different and feel a little different. But yeah, just for people listening, like, so this is my first time introducing the podcast world to her. So she's it's so funny to me. But yeah, that's an actual great point about the difference between having an orgasm and coming out. I like the way you worded it. That's pretty dope. Wow, you kind of made me think about that one. Like, okay, how many orgasms did you give out? How many times did you make them come? Okay, so the next thing I have written down here, and Chris, I'll start with you. Things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know: that a woman's body is sensitive when aroused, so be gentle. How true is that?
Well, I think that really all just depends on the woman, because for me, it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I like it more on the sensual side, and sometimes I'm like, come on, you gotta catch this vibe, because I'm throwing it back, and I'm trying to figure out why you're being so gentle, So it's like you have to know your woman. That's the thing that men don't understand. That I think you have to know your woman, and when I say intimately, I'm just not talking about sex. I'm talking you have to know her in and out. You have to be able to tell her vibe. And see, that's where men, y'all miss all of the signs. Just all the signs. You just miss the signs. I'm like, you can tell how she's moving. If she wants it like, yeah, or if she want it like, yes, baby. It's a difference. Pay attention.
Hey, I'm writing these notes down. I only got one woman, so I gotta write these notes down. I've only had sex once. Chantay, what about you? The sensitivity of a woman's body and being gentle. What's your take on that?
I have to echo and piggyback off Chris. I totally agree. It depends on the woman and her mood. I'm a very, very sensual woman. I love being touched and kissed and like having my body just relished or whatever. But there are also times when I'm like, choke me, but pull my hair, that kind of stuff. So it depends on the woman. And it's like, just because she looks nice and pretty on the outside doesn't mean she don't like being choked out too. So you have to know your woman.
Wow. Okay.
Well, let me speak my truth.
Hey, talk your shit.
Don't judge me.
Talk your shit for real. Let me write this down. Pull here and choke. Period. No. Exclamation point. Okay. I tell you what, that's a perfect spot right there for us to take a quick commercial. We'll take a quick commercial and then we'll come back and I'll ask the ladies a couple more questions before we get out of here. Once again, it's your boy 12 Kyle, the 12 Kyle podcast. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a second.
Is that iced tea?
Nope, it's lemonade.
Is that iced tea?
Lemonade.
Iced tea?
What's with these people, man? Lemonade. Read the sign. Lemonade. Read it.
Okay.
Delicious.
Iced tea at a lemonade stand? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Marin saved by switching to Geico.
No iced tea. It's lemonade, man.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
And just like that, we are back. Once again, it's your boy 12 Kyle, the 12 Kyle podcast. We're talking about the things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. And I got my girls, CryssRenee and Chantay, in the building. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you're easily offended or if you haven't had sex in 2, 3, 4 years, you might want to skip this podcast. But honestly, if you've been listening this long, you might as well continue to listen. so I'll start right there. Okay, Chantay. Things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. A woman is not going to automatically fall in love and start planning a wedding just because you gave her an orgasm.
So true. No, I think it's so not true. Not true. We're not going to start planning anything. No wedding, no nothing. I don't even know if I want to see you again. I don't know if I want to kick it with you again.
So cold.
I'm just being honest. And, men always have like this misconception that women are clingy and that we're emotional and we want relationships. I mean, from my experience, since I've been grown, it's been quite the opposite, quite the contrary. It's men that you have to be like, tell them, no, I don't want a relationship. I'm not trying to be your wife, your girlfriend, your mistress on the side. Like, this is just sex, and so I say I want something more, and 9 times out of 10, I don't want more. Like, we're just kicking it. We're just having fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me interject here. It's been my experience. Well, not my experience. It's been my friend Craig's experience that, Craig and Earl and them, my boys. Yeah. So here's the thing. I mean, like, I've seen it both ways. I've seen, women. I've seen guys that I know, kind of, you get something that's great and, kind of, for lack of better terms, go fool, if you will. And then I've also seen women, give it up. And then next thing you know, like, they're trying to come to the family cookout, they're trying to, meet the homies, and they're trying to, because they see what's in front of them. They see the potential. They see he's got a good job. He's got good benefits. He's got a nice setup as far as his lifestyle, his car, house, the whole nine. And they interject themselves, and they could see them with them, having kids and, white picket fence and all of this good stuff like that. So I've seen it come on both sides. But yeah, I don't think, just because the sex is good that you should be, ready to rush down. Now, although I will say, I will speak as a married man on this one. Particularly if you're looking to be with somebody for a long time, if sex is important to you, it better be good. Because if you say, okay, well, hey, this is the person I'm going to have sex with for the rest of my life, God damn it better be good.
I agree.
If not, you're going to have problems. You're going to have consequences and repercussions and a whole bunch of explaining to do. So, but that's...
Okay, may I interject here?
Sure.
And it might be like a bit off topic.
Hey,
and I know we're talking about the things that women are telling men or whatever, but why is it that men say they don't want relationships or whatever, whoop-de-woo, but when they find a woman that honestly doesn't want that and is a free spirit and, doing her own thing and is content, those are the ones that want to lock her down? Like, why? How does that even happen?
I think part of it comes from the mindset of, particularly if, and Chantay, we'll use you as an example. If you're that type that, doesn't want to be locked down or what have you like that, and a guy knows that, quote unquote, he's a good catch, if you will, and he's had all of these women trying to lock him down, and then he comes upon you, and then let's say y'all have sex, and then sex is dope, and let's say that not that you brush him, but you just kind of like, all right, well, sex was dope, we cool, we can kick it like that, but you're not, I don't want to use the word sweating, but you're not like, you know what I'm saying, like just on him like that. In a lot of ways, I think that could be a challenge for some men, because you're not.
So basically, it's the thrill of the chase.
Yeah, and it's you're not pursuing them, so it's like, okay, well, I know I got my shit going on, and she's not pursuing me when all these other women are pursuing me, and I know I put it down, so why not? I'm a great catch, and so it's more, and I can't speak for all men. For some men. For Tyrone and Earl and them that I know, it's an ego thing. It really is. And then sometimes it's also, what we deem by society. Society will tell you that, when a man finds a good woman, he's supposed to lock her down. But it also depends on how old you are. Everybody listening to this podcast, most of the people listening to this podcast are adults. I don't think any kids are listening to this. So it's like, if you find a woman who has all of the intangibles, just knowing you the way that I know you, I know that most guys will probably think, okay, well, why isn't she trying to settle down? And so, they're going to try to lock it down automatically, so it's an ego thing, but then also you have to look at it as a compliment too, because they think that you're a good catch. So why not lock a good catch down? Because it's a lot of scallywags out here. It is.
It's a lot of horrible men too. Don't get true. Do not get me started. I know we doing good tonight. You made a little misogynistic comment earlier. I let it pass, and then you go follow it up with a lot of scallywags.
It is a lot of scallywags. I didn't, but I'm not speaking of you two. I love y'all.
Oh, we know that. We're comfortable enough with ourselves that we know that. We're good on that. But I'm just saying though, because people say that though, but I like, in all honesty, and I'm not a Kim Kardashian fan at all.
Okay.
Of who she is. I respect her hustle and her grind, but it bothers me so bad that people feel like, oh, she's a hoe because she dated a few people. You're supposed to date until you get married. If she have sex with them, that's all on her. It's like, if I'm dating you and I'm feeling you, I'm going to have sex with you. And I don't care who says what about it. Right. But when it comes to a woman who, like, first of all, people say, well, she made a tape with Ray J. That was her boyfriend of 3 years. If tapes were released of me, one thing I will say is I'm not going to be ashamed. That's first and foremost. It's like, it's going to hurt some people.
Wait. Are there any tapes out there?
For me.
Are there any tapes out there?
Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Tapes, pictures, yes. Text messages. It is. Because this is what people should know, though. Any man who has ever been with me has had an amazing time. Because that's what I'm going to give you. I am. That does not make me a hoe. That makes me somebody who enjoys sex. This is what men need to know, but women don't tell them. I've had a few dudes before you. It was good while it lasted. Right. But this right here is about you and this moment.
That's true.
You too caught up on what I used to do.
Great point.
Your priorities ain't in order.
I can't disagree with anything. I can't disagree with anything you said. And I think, sometimes what you just spoke to is ego. That's all that is. That's ego. And, I'm not about to sit here and defend the man's ego because I would be breaking a man law. But no, you make a great point. I can't disagree with that. And I think, a lot of times people but that's a part of the double standard in society that we live with, because the truth of the matter is, if I were single, like, Earl and those guys, I could, if I slept with 20 women in 2018, I'm the man. If you sleep with 20 guys, you a hoe. You a hoe and a scallywag.
Exactly. And you a few more things other than that too. And I'm like, why? Because she enjoyed it. Isn't a woman supposed to enjoy it too? Or are you telling me that in 2018 you believe that sex is just for a man? It's so many. Social media has given men a platform to just reveal the level of the stupidity.
Misogyny.
Oh my God,
but is it all just men? Because and I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I'm on this.
No, there pick me women too that agree with the dumb shit men say just for validation.
Okay. So let's use me as an example, right? I'm here. I'm married. And so I'm on Instagram, right? And so I'm on Instagram and I'm scrolling, and I get a request because my page is private. The 12 Kyle podcast Instagram is not private. It's free, open. You guys can follow.
Nice plug.
Shameless plug. But so I get this request, and this person that I don't know him. I see the picture, whatever, and her page is open, and I go to her page, and the first page, real pretty, and so the first picture that I see is it's kind of blurry. It's a video. So I open it up. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know who this person is, so let me see what it is. And she's twerking in the video. And then I go to the fifth picture, and it's a video. She's twerking in the video. So she got mad twerk videos. And and she's she's damn near naked in all of them. Now I could have, been disgusted and just, throwing my phone in the trash.
Oh my God.
So we know I wasn't gonna do that shit. So, but my point is that, okay, let's say I'm single. If I see something like that, honestly, as a man, I'm looking at her I'm not gonna come at her the same way I would come at the two of you, because it's how it's presented. So, and what you're saying, yeah, social media has given men some platform to really expose a lot of stuff. But from based on what I see a lot of stuff from women on social media too as well. And I'm not defending the men and putting down the women, but I will say that I think it goes both ways. I see, and my point in telling that story is that, you know, like if I were single and if I had accepted, because I didn't accept the request, but if I had accepted the request, then it would have been like, you know, my first thing would have been to, you know, get in those DMs and see what was what. Because like, I'm not coming at her like I would come at the two of you if I saw y'all in the mall or in the parking lot or the grocery store, whatever like that. So sometimes it's the presentation. So, you know, it's social media has, you know, it's and I say it all the time, it's like the gift and the curse, you know?
I mean, I get what you're saying, like the presentation, but like, why do men over-sexualize women's bodies? I mean, maybe she's just enjoying herself. Like, everything is not about your dick.
We don't get everything. I mean, like the first 10 pictures were like
shit. I mean, maybe she likes that. I mean, what's wrong with twerking? Who is it hurting?
You know, and ain't nothing wrong with twerking. You can twerk all you want.
But here's the thing, that I don't care. I want men to understand. I don't care what I wear, how I move.
You're still worthy of respect.
How I move. Yes, it's like, and then this is the part that bothers me though, because men be like, oh, well, you said on social media you wanted to do this and do that. Just because I want to do that don't mean I want to do it with you.
Right.
But now,
get out of my.
But Chris, your Facebook page, hands down, is like one of the funniest things on Facebook. Period.
Agreed.
And you know what's funny? Like, I don't even see like half your posts, but like when I go into Facebook, more often than not, the first post that comes at the top of my feed is yours. And that shit is always funny. And now because I know you, you know, I could see you on, you know, Facebook talking shit about Black China giving head or whatever like that. And I'm not taking it literal, and it's not to say that guys, and I don't know, you know, what guys see, what they think when they see that kind of stuff, but, you know, to know you is to, you know, appreciate the humor in some of the stuff that you post. But I think it's
But now, here's the thing though. Mm-hmm. I meant what I said was that when I touch the mic, I go ham every single time. However, sir, I'm not going to go ham with you. That's what I want. So don't hop in my inbox saying like, oh, you said you want to get on this and do this and that. No, I didn't. I didn't say I wanted to do it with you. So, access denied.
That's the male ego. That's the male.
Because that's the thing. Everything is not about your dick.
But
like,
it
let
is.
it live.
But that's the way we make it.
No, it's not.
But that's the way that we make it.
But y'all crazy.
That's what God said. I didn't make the rules.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't. Well, Oprah Winfrey said, chill out. She said, I'm inboxing women all the time. See, and it's so funny because my dad said to me the other day, he said, every time I get on Facebook, I see your titties. I go, they're mine.
Exactly.
Your daddy said that to you?
Yeah, he did, because he's ignorant. But that's just the type of person he is.
But quietly though, Chris, your tits do be out though, for real.
I know.
They hurt.
For real. I love them. I love them. They're always out.
It be mad cleavage, yo, for real.
You don't understand how much I got teased when I was a kid. They was like, oh, you flat-chested, oh, you shaped like a boy, oh, da-da-da-da-da. I got them now. I feel so womanly right now. Where I'm at in this spot in my life, it's like, you have to understand, I was in a relationship for 20 years. I am fully single. I don't answer to anybody. Not one single person in this life. It's like,
fella, she's single. She wants to mingle.
And no, I don't want to mingle. I just posted on Facebook. Stop inboxing me hello all day. Like the time of day is going to make me respond. It's not.
That is so funny.
I'm respond. I'm just in a spot. This is what women don't tell you, I think, anyway, because if more women told men, they wouldn't keep doing it.
This is true.
If a woman wants you, she'll inbox you. That's the type of person I am. If I see you and you fine and I feel something, I will definitely slide into your DM. Don't slide into mine because you're going to get access denied. Okay. Unless you look good. Unless you look good.
There's always a caveat. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. So yeah, y'all. That's perfect answer. Perfect answer. Did I ask you the question, Q? I can't even remember.
I don't know what the question was.
I know, right? Oh, fall in love. Fall in love in the wedding. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was first.
Okay.
You didn't answer it to Chris.
Lost track.
Think about falling in love.
All right. Okay. So
Sex
Chris,
ain't got shit to do with love.
right. I know, right? So Chris, next question. I'll start with you. Here's one thing that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. Some women enjoy a one-night stand as much as men do.
Okay, I will say this because everybody knows me and you know how transparent as I am.
You're shy.
I'm very wild and crazy, but I've never had a one-night stand before.
I am surprised.
Never. And you know why? Because I'm just that good that everybody wants a second chance. Everybody, they do, but no, seriously though. I'm just playing. I'm serious, but
Wow.
I'm just saying I've never had a one night stand, and then a lot of people, because I am this wild and crazy person, they'll be surprised on how conservative I am, and I think that no one night stand comes from I have to feel amazing energy from you to even consider to sleep with you. And the men that I felt amazing energy with, we've built something before we actually had sex.
Okay.
Because it's like, and listen, if you give me, we going ham. We gonna do every single thing that we want to do. We gonna push the levels and we gonna continuously do it. However, I just can't meet a random dude and say, you get to have me, because I feel as if you're lucky if you're ever in this experience. Not because I'm cold and or anything like that, but I feel like you're lucky. You're an amazing person. I really do feel like that. I feel like I am an amazing person. I'm good to you. I will be so good to you. You can't just have me just on a whim or something like that. It's not going to happen that way. You're going to put in some work, Playboy, and then we're going to get it popping.
Talk your shit, Chris. I hear you. Chantay, what about you? Some women enjoy one night stand as much as men do. What's your take on that?
I have never had a one night stand. Like, I smashed on the first night, but I've never had a one night stand.
Shocking.
Why? Tell them that. They always want a little bit more. It's one meal.
Always.
This is my brother sister right here. Y'all, I gotta understand. I know she is such an amazing person. Listen, if I was a lesbian right here, this is right here. We have amazing chemistry with each other, and this is genuinely my sister. So I cannot see a man just one time just saying, okay, I'm gonna hit her one time and that's gonna be done. She not that type of soul. She gonna change your life.
Remember at the start of this podcast when I said I didn't know, what these ladies might say. We're at that point.
I mean, but she's right though. I mean, when you have people that are just dope and their vibes are like vibes that you can't catch anywhere else, they always come back. And my mom taught me that a long time ago. When you're a good woman, they always come back.
Y'all listen. Y'all see what I deal with. These are my friends. These are truly my friends. This is what I deal with.
Always come back.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna put that on my tombstone. They always come back.
They
Even
do.
in heaven, they coming back.
They do.
Oh, okay.
All right. I don't even know how to propose this question. Chantay, I'll start with you. How can I say this? All right. The things that women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. The size doesn't matter as much as you think it does, meaning to men.
It matters. Not saying that every woman wants
I'm
like.
very uncomfortable talking about this. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Matter. It matters. I mean, every woman doesn't need or require the same thing. I mean, there are some that are too big, some that are too small, but it does matter. At least to me, anyway. I don't want you to be in me and I don't know you're in me. Like, where's the fun in that? I mean, I'm just saying. And by the same measure, I don't want you like wrecking my fucking uterus either, or my cervix and bruising it. That shit happened before too. That's not fun. So it matters. Size definitely matters, man. It matters.
Chris.
I asked a question in this group that I was in.
Wait, we're gonna talk about Fall Out Boy.
No, Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy was hilarious. Fall Out Boy was hilarious, but I asked, I said, have you ever had some good little dick? Because surprisingly, it is out there. Listen, I will say this. I couldn't believe that it exists. It was like a myth. It was like a legend. But I have had before some very good little, because he knew what to do with it. Now, it's not preference at all. And this ain't Fall Out Boy, because he literally kept falling out. Yeah, that's a whole other time. You don't even want to know. Listen, just know that there are Fall Out Boys out there, but there are some tiny brothers that will keep it in, that knows exactly what to do. However, it's not one single woman in the world who prefers a small guy to a bigger guy. It's just not. Listen, you gotta have one. You either gotta have length or you gotta have girth.
Right.
But don't be trying to. You got the skinny mini, because it's not. She's gonna tell everybody. That's the biggest thing she don't tell you about. She is going to tell her friends, and they're gonna call you a Fall Out Boy if they're friends like my friends. And everybody's gonna laugh about it, and then they're gonna say, "Oh my God, is he a Fall Out Boy?" It's just the stuff that happens.
Story about Fall Out Boy, while it was very uncomfortable for me, it was just downright hilarious. Like I really, you're an author, and I think I told you that. I think you should have found a way to put that in your book.
Listen, I've had some extreme ghetto moments in my life. I really have. Growing up in St. Louis as a woman, you are a little rougher than you should be, because men here are just rough. We don't really have those sweet guys for real. We got a couple of them, but we don't really talk to them because we crazy.
Right.
So,
right.
We just don't. We crazy. So you a little rough, but it's like, people don't understand that Fall Out Boy moment in my life was like, I was sitting in that moment like, I cannot believe this is happening to me. And surprisingly, I slept with Fall Out Boy maybe 5 times after that.
Oh my God.
5 times after that.
My head is hurting.
It was because he found a way to work the littleness. He really did. He will put us in the tightest spots where we could barely move. It's like, okay, as long as he doesn't fall out, he's all right.
And we're laughing because we've heard this story before, but it gets more funnier each time.
But you're a good dude. I felt so sorry for him. I was like, you are an amazing guy. You're a little on the ghetto side, but you're cool. You're a Sagittarius like me. You are hilarious.
That's even worse.
But it just kept falling out. Like ocean for him. He did not have sex in the bed. However, in a car, it was manageable. In between
the closet. Yeah.
In between the table and the couch, manageable. But that bed, it was a no-win situation.
Damn, man. I hope he's not listening. Shout out to you if you're listening, though.
If he is, Fall Out Boy.
Well, he knows who he is.
He does.
Oh my God.
He does.
Okay, Chris. One other question. Let's see. Foreplay. Things women won't tell you that you should know. Tell you about sex, but you need to know. The things that men have heard about foreplay is true, and they should follow those laws.
Well, what have men heard about foreplay?
I mean, like how necessary it is.
Oh, foreplay is definitely necessary. You will have. Listen, I'm the type of girl. I'm always good to go because I have a high sex drive. So
you don't say.
I can go without. However, if you want it to be amazing, it's just like tune me up. That's all I'm saying. Like just go. I love foreplay because as rough as I am around the edges, I am a very sensual, loving person. So I love, like Chantay said earlier, I love to be touched. I love for people to just shower me with adoration and just make me feel it and make me lose my mind. It's like, kiss me all over, touch me all over. I believe that women like that, to be able to show them, like,
they do.
I want you so bad that I can't keep my hands off of you. I have to touch you like this. I have to touch you like that. You know, I have to tongue kiss you on your lips, both sets. Like, I have to kiss. Because see, people don't kiss anymore.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people saying like, "Oh, kissing is so nasty," and I love to kiss. I honestly do. So I feel like, give me that. Let me have that, and I promise we'll have an amazing time. Just take your time with the foreplay, though. That don't mean just say like, "Oh, let me suck on your nipples for 5 minutes, ready." No. Multitask while you're doing it. Get in there. Just like, I think men, they think too much.
Okay.
See, women, when a woman really likes you, she doesn't think. It's without anything, they good to go. Like, I promise, if you just take your time with a woman, you'll have an amazing time. But just feel her out. See what she likes. See what she doesn't like. Even if she doesn't verbally say it, her body will respond to stuff. And it's like, oh, I saw her back arch when I did this, so let me do that thing. You know, just pay attention. Yeah, pay attention, baby. Pay attention. Because if you see me shiver, Daddy, that's the spot right there. I hate when they call him Daddy. It only happens every blue moon, so we good.
Shout out to Monique.
No.
Oh, I could go on and on about Monique. Chantay, what about you? The foreplay talk. What's your take on that?
I believe it's necessary. I'm a very mental person, so for me, foreplay starts in the mind. So, like, images or text messages, it starts there. But like, if I'm physically in your presence, I get on better with men who, like Chris said, they can't keep their hands off me. You know, if we're out at a bar, like, you have to touch my thigh or you have to touch my arm, or, you know, you kiss me even though we're in this crowded room. Like, foreplay is very, very necessary. And I think even more so for women who are very sensual, because, you know, we love touch. You know, we're hedonists for touch and affection and kisses. And I mean, that just takes us to like another level, and in turn that takes you to another level. So it's very, very necessary.
I will agree.
But, you know, I do have a girlfriend who didn't like foreplay. She didn't want to be touched. She didn't like getting head. I thought it was an anomaly. I mean, and I guess there are some who don't require foreplay, but...
Is she a scallywag?
You know what?
I just gotta ask, man. I mean, like, you don't like foreplay? Is she a Russian or something? I mean, she a communist? I mean, like, that's kind of weird. One thing I'll add to that, I will agree about kissing. You both touched on that. And fellas, let me just put this PSA out there: kiss. You know, do that. I mean, like, and I guess maybe it's because of the era that we came in. You know, if you're listening to this podcast and you're over like 30, you probably grew up kissing. You know, like, so before you could really get to a guy, or before you could really get to a girl, like, getting to first base really was just kissing. So, like, a lot of us that came up in this era, you know, in the 80s and the 90s, like, we would just, you know, a lot of times you just get happy just to get a kiss. So, like, and I can only speak from personal experience, like, so, like, from the time I was in, 7th, 8th grade, like, kissing was just a thing. So that's what that's what I came up on. So it was like, you know, you want to kiss a woman. And, you know, for me, growing up, like, if a woman couldn't, if a woman couldn't kiss, if a girl couldn't kiss back in the day, I probably wouldn't. I wasn't going to talk to her, honestly. Because, like, I was just big on kissing. So, so yeah, you fellas kiss them wherever. And then, like Chris said, you know, kiss certain spots, and when you get those reactions, pay attention. So
can I say this?
Go ahead.
I met a guy once when he first walked into the room. When he first walked,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
When he to the room, I said, I'm going to sleep with him. And the very next day, he kept staring at me all night. I was staring at him. The very next day, he came over to say something to me. And it's like, he got to kissing in my ear. And it was the weirdest thing ever because we didn't even know each other. Nobody had ever done anything like that to me. And I literally almost died. He started the relationship that lasted for a very long time, but he started it with that. I was like, I don't even know this man, and normally that would make me slap somebody or just be like, but the fact that he did that, and he did it so confidently, and it was just like, and I asked him, I was like, why would you do that? And he was like, I knew when I first walked in and I laid eyes on you, I knew it. And that kind of shook me a little bit because I was like, damn, I knew it too. I said to myself, he can have it. And he got it. He got it good. Oh. So I'm just trying to listen, show shot. You might get slapped.
Hey,
might get slapped or you might get a couple of years.
Hey, man. Fellas, be Steph Curry. Shoot from three. Be James Harden. Shoot from way downtown. I mean, like, the worst thing that can happen is that you can miss. That's the worst thing that can happen. But if it goes in, hey, you never know.
But see, he went all the way to the paint, though. He did. He said, I'm going to take it to the hole. I was like, oh, but let me tell you, man, I can't tell it without telling on myself. I'm going to say it anyway, though, because like I said, I'm single now.
Shit.
It was so, like, when he did that and we decided to swap books, from doing that, we was like, can I have your book? You can have my book. And then I went in and I immediately wrote my phone number down in the book. And he didn't even read what I wrote. But he kept saying, can I have your phone number? Can I have your phone number? And I kept telling him, go read my book. Go read my book. So when he finally did read the book, he opened up the front page and he seen that I autographed my book, but I also put my phone number in there for him to call me. And he texted me and said, pretty sneaky. And I was like, absolutely, because I knew that it was going to go down. Shoot your shot.
Wow. Yeah, you really telling on yourself too, but but it's all good. It's all good. All right. Okay. Last question. Chantay, I'll start with you. Things women won't tell you about sex, but you need to know. We, as in women, want to have sex just as badly and probably just as often as you do, meaning men.
I thought that was like a given now. Like, it's understood that women are, and a lot of times, a lot worse than men are. Like, I can only speak for me. Like, I think about sex all the time, all day long. And I'm always ready to go.
I thought you thought about selfies.
You know what? You don't think about selfies. You just take them.
You got mad at selfies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Whatever. I like my face.
Obviously, you do.
And my hair.
Oh my God. Your hair.
Bitch, I'm lit.
Don't even get me started on that hair. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your point.
I'm done. Yeah, we do.
Okay. Chris, what's your take on women wanting it just as much as we do?
I said at the beginning of the show, I have a high sex drive. I do. I've always been like that. It's like, there are women out there. Like I said, me and all my friends, all the women that I know, we kind of have that in common. That we all, so people shouldn't think of the 1950s housewoman anymore who feel like, oh, I have a headache, or, oh, I can't do this because my day was so long. It's like, if I had a long day or I have a headache, I know the one thing that's going to make me feel better. And you have to give it to me if you mind.
Facts.
And that's it. That's just the way. That's just the way it is. Because for me, and this is, I'm going to say this, that women don't tell men, because I think some women don't know, is that you have to go into sex knowing that not only am I pleasing him, I'm here to please me. Every single thing that I do sexually, whether it's me servicing him, that's because that's going to make me get there harder. If it's me being there for his needs, that's because I'm going to make sure that I rock his hips the right way to make sure he gets me off the way I need to. This is the thing, though, because I believe that everybody is in sex for self.
Right.
I do believe that. I'm going to be in sex for self too, but by me getting you off, that's going to turn me on. So by you getting me off should turn you on, unless I'm not messing with you. I'm not.
I think that goes back to heads, like giving blowjobs. Like, don't do this if this is not what you genuinely like to do.
Yeah, please don't, because you can mess some stuff up if you don't know what you're doing.
Don't act like, oh, I hate this so much. Don't close your eyes. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch your reaction. I hope it make your ass uncomfortable. This is the stuff women don't tell you that they going to do. They going to tell their friends, girl, you see the way his stomach was caving in? You wouldn't believe it. I had his stomach caved in. His toes were stacked on top of each other. This is the stuff that women aren't going to tell you that we say to our friends. We are. He was rippling. I did it so good. He didn't know what to do with himself. He didn't even pull my hair. He started playing with my ear. Like, why? Why would you play with your ear? Is it that good to you?
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm just saying.
Before we get out of here, so I've asked all the questions that I have written down. Is there, Chantay, is there anything that you, before we, tell people how they can get in contact with you, is there anything that you want to add, that I didn't ask, or, things that you would like as a parting shot to, let men know that there are some things that, that we didn't discuss?
No, my only advice to men is, like, don't be an ass. Like, don't be an asshole. Don't be misogynistic, and vibe. Like, I don't know if people are not in tune with themselves, or, we're just so over, fathered or whatever, that men are just overly masculine. Like, just vibe. Get in tune with yourself. Learn you, what you like. Get in touch with yourself spiritually. Like, that will take you a long way, and just be authentic when it comes to women. It comes to yourself. Authenticity.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
Stop thinking so much. I think that men actually think more than women do when it comes to sex. Stop thinking so much and just go with the way she feels. You have to know you have to know yourself in order to know a woman, and you have to be confident with yourself, because if you're not, and you run across a woman like me, you won't be able to handle the situation. You're going to be constantly in your mind. You really are. You're going to be constantly in your mind like, oh, she do this, or she used to do that, or she used to be that. Or you can run into a woman like my girl Chantay, and you will seriously feel like, oh, she seems so sweet and demure, I'm gonna be able to get this over her, but she's a beast. You have to know who you're dealing with. You seriously do. You cannot assume. Don't assume. Go with the flow. Learn that woman and chill out. I'm like this. Today's woman.
Okay.
Not
right.
in your grandma.
Well, that's true. That's true. I guess the only thing I have to add is just, I think, fellas, no 60-30.
Please and thank you.
He's right about that. I'm with you when you're right.
You can leave that in the past, and just be open and honest. I think. Well, first and foremost, I think it goes without saying. I mean, obviously, protect yourself. I mean, we don't have to say that, but protect yourself. Both women and men. From disease and unwanted pregnancies and stuff like that. But I think be selective. And then for those that you do select, be open and honest, and be willing to be open and honest about what it is you like, what it is you don't like, what turns you on, what turns you off. Particularly if this is somebody that you want to, have, sex with multiple times. Because I think the other person, male or female, will appreciate the openness and honesty. Like Chris said, if you're vibing like that and somebody feels your energy, I think you can actually enhance the sex without the actual physical part of it, just by opening up the doors of communication. I think a lot of times, like Chris just alluded to, the old ways of a woman, if you will, is just to be the housewife and take care of the kids and be the caretaker and whatnot, and she was just kind of there. And I'm not gonna say women in the 50s and 60s didn't enjoy sex, but before the sexual liberation in the 70s and burning bras and stuff like that, women weren't looked at to be that way. And I mean, it's 2018. Be very free and be very open and honest about what it is that you want. But again, be selective. You don't want to be a scallywag. So it's about time for us to get out of here. Before we do, CryssRenee, I mentioned at the top, you're an author. Put any information out there that you want. Fellas, please don't try to slide in her DMs.
I'm brutal in the DM. Unless you fine, baby. Unless you fine. No, seriously. You can reach me on Facebook. I am CCEE Renee, or Instagram and Twitter, which I'm rarely on Twitter, so you may find me on Instagram sometimes. I am CryssRenee. I am on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, anywhere books are sold. You can find Wealthy and Wicked, Kiss of Death, and Scattered Thoughts Around Midnight, which is my poetry book, and I love you guys. And Smitten Kitten. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so how many books is it?
That's 3 books, 1 poetry book. And I'm still working on The Devil's Pie, which everybody is like, oh, hurry up. But listen, I honestly thought I was going to write a love story, but sometimes love is unpredictable. And it was like, no, you're not going to write a love story. So now it's back to the same old baby boy type stuff. But hit me up, though, because I like to talk to the people. And I love y'all.
Chantay, not love her.
Yeah, I know, right? Chantay, where can people find you?
Facebook, Instagram, L, C as in cat, Chantay, HAN, T as in Tom, AY. And it's the same for Facebook as well as Instagram. I'm currently working on books, and so I don't have anything out there right now other than my book of prose and poetry.
Man, you said the last time you was on the podcast you worked on a book.
It's a process. It's a process.
Okay.
And I've quit 20 times, and I keep going back to it. So I'm working on it now diligently, for real.
Okay. Well, folks, these are accomplished authors. Honestly, and I met them through blogging back in the day when blogging was the thing to do, and literally they are some of my favorite writers. And when I try to write poetry, man, once I read that stuff, I just put it down. I can't. For as dope as I think I am, I can't. I ain't on their level yet. So once I get to their level of writing, then I think I'll be there. But you guys know how to find me. Hell, you listen to this whole podcast, so I don't need to put my information out there.
He can write, child. He can write.
He really can.
I try. Check will be there on Monday. I'll send y'all the checks. So that's gonna do it for us. I gotta thank these ladies for coming on. As I mentioned, these are friends, so this has been fun. We definitely have to do this again. I didn't know what they were going to say, and they proved me right. So that's going to do it for us. So for CryssRenee Chantay, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. Thanks again for listening to the 12 Kyle podcast. We'll catch you guys next time. 5 G's.
Bye.
Chill.
Today's tip from the injury law firm Greenberg and Betterman. Too many pedestrians lose themselves in their phones and have accidents when they walk. So don't do it. Greenberg and Betterman is here to help you. Contact gblawyers.com, that's gblawyers.com, and feel better.